Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's a rainy day at the USTA National Campus where we have the girls' final of the USTA All-American Combine, presented by Adidas. In today's match, we have in the near court Sophie Edwards from Sarasota, Florida. And in the far court, we have Amber Fuller from Greensboro, North Carolina. Let me bring in Andy Gladstone. He is with USTA Florida Player Development. Andy, what do you think about today's matchup in the All-American Combine Final?
It's a very interesting matchup. I'm real excited for it. These girls just played yesterday with Amber winning 10-6 in a match tiebreaker. Good contested match. I watched Amber play this morning. She's a tough player, real fast, real gritty, savvy out there. And the great Sophie Edwards, another great player out of Florida, out of the Sarasota area. She is real exciting to watch. She's our finalist at the recent Bobby Curtis tournament here at the campus just last week. So she knows this place real well. The X factor on this match, I feel, is the indoor courts. So we'll see what happens there.
So also, we've got the indoor court. So they played yesterday. They played outside. They played 2 sets in a super tiebreaker, so a little bit longer match. So we got 2 things that I see that are different. We're playing indoors and we're playing to 4. So what is the quicker? It's a quicker surface and it's a quicker format. Who do you see? Who does that favor in what looks like a pretty close matchup?
Well, Scott, I've been wrong before, but I like Sophie. She's a first striker. You know, she's not looking to have long points. She wants to play big right away. So that's what I like. Sophie is a competitor out there, but I see a good match. It's going to be close. It's closer to 50-50, but to me, I think Sophie has a little bit of an edge right now, but we'll see what she comes up with.
Here we go. First ball, Sophie Edwards serving. Finals. And so first point, first strike, like you said, that's a pretty solid first point. Benefits of serving first.
It's always benefits if you have a good serve. But I think both of these girls have a good serve, and you'll see Amber's is a really good serve. Sophie has the size, height-wise, but Amber is tough. Her serve, kick serve is quite good. Sophie, I feel a little bit stronger on the backhand side. I don't know if Amber knows that. Maybe she does.
Wow, I tell you, I was watching her in the semis, and she can strike the ball off the backhand side.
Good striker.
15 all, third point. And we are at the Adidas Performance Center, the indoor facility on the USTA National Campus.
Great put away from Amber.
And getting to the net, it's just quicker points when you go indoors.
Totally agree. And Scott, you don't want to go down early in this. It's first come, first serve here.
This is 15 minutes, folks.
Great shot from Sophie. Way to use those angles, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is. You have the power, and then you got to have the finesse.
Well said, my friend. And there is no ad, correct?
Correct. Should she have come in behind that? You see the slice? It was sort of a forehand short ball, or is that a hit and stay back?
If you have the goods to do it, I think it was worth it. I don't know if Sophie came in too a little hesitant, but it is. I mean, Amber, I notice, draws people up well. Yeah.
That was a good put away. Yeah, I think getting to the net, taking advantage of the indoor, and as we get a look at Amber Fuller, Greensboro, North Carolina, about to become an 11th grader in September. And these girls are starting to think about college, Andy.
Correct. Yeah. Both these girls, I'm sure, are highly recruited here. Perfect conditions here.
Wow. That's what you want. You want them to volley up.
Yeah.
But Andy, I will say this week we've seen over 40 college coaches here, so they've gotten some real exposure to college tennis at this USTA All-American Combine.
You know, it's a great few days here. Great energy, great scene here with so many college coaches, but at all levels. I mean, I'm looking at Dave Baylog, probably a 3-4 time national champion, looking at girls here, and then schools that from California that are here. So it was a beautiful scene and real nice for the kids here.
And so we have 1-0 Sophie Edwards. She held serve. We're going to 4. So folks, you gotta stick close to your computer on this one because this is going to go quickly. We are playing for a professional circuit wild card. Okay, so there's a lot at stake here, Andy. It's not just Amber versus Sophie. This is for a wild card. How big is that?
It's a huge thing. To play a pro circuit event for young girls, it really makes them feel special. These girls, I know Sophie a long time. I don't know. I met Amber this morning, but hold on. But it's exciting. I'm sure they live and die tennis, and that's their life. So to be in a pro circuit is very exciting for them, and I'm sure they're taking this match extremely seriously. Scott, who do you feel?
Great strikes right there. I mean,
yeah.
Amber right now coming forward. I've been impressed in both games.
Yeah, I was she's showing, even though Sophie won that first game, showing a little bit more aggressive play from Amber Fuller.
Look at this. She kind of backed up there. Is that?
Yeah, little.
Didn't quite get the split step after the first volley.
Little lack of confidence, maybe a little bit. Yeah.
The great part too here at the Adidas Performance Center is you can see the crowd when you have a few rows. It looks like we're at capacity, Andy.
Good point.
Oh, kick serve there.
She was doing that in her first match quite a bit and threw her opponent off.
Looked like to me it was inside.
Yeah.
This is where we need instant replay, or we need Hawkeye.
So it was out. Okay.
Outside then.
Yeah.
Big hitting off both sides. You have to go inside forehand there for Amber Fuller, right?
I agree. She's doing it well, but she's moving over quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. No. I mean, you almost see it to where Sophie could. Yeah. Easy to call it from up here, Andy. 40-30.
All right, second deuce point.
Let's see what side Edwards chooses.
Looks like she might be going to the. I mean, if I was her, I'd go to the ad side.
Taking their time.
Yeah.
As you would expect.
I'm wrong.
Stake.
Sophie playing big.
Woo! 2-0.
Yeah.
Well, they say there's only one steak on the table, Andy. Who's going to get it?
Yeah. To me, this is anyone. I don't count Amber Fuller out.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's not a hold.
Right.
It's not a break until you get a hold.
Correct. Yeah. One of the great tennis adages.
It's interesting there. That slice actually, I think, threw Edwards off.
Yeah. I agree.
Scrappy play
yeah,
there.
And it is smart from Fuller to slice. You don't see, at least with the girls in junior competitive tennis, that many with a slice. And it's quite, to those young players out there, I would definitely work on your backhand slice.
Okay.
And on Monday, these players participated in fitness testing, and Fuller was number 1 in the 20-yard dash, 2.61.
Girl got wheels. Just love the fact that, how you're testing the kids. It's I guess it's modeled on the NFL Combine, but it's interesting to see what sort of athletes these girls are and guys. There's the slice.
Ooh, that went in. That went in.
Now, Scott, did you teach her that shot?
That went in.
The overhead drop shot?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Gosh.
All right.
So that went off the top
Correct.
of her frame with backspin and went over the net by 6 inches?
Now, what are the progressions to learn that shot? Is that like the tweener? All right. We're at 40-15, correct? Yeah, so this is right here, this is going to dictate the match right now here. A must point for Amber Fuller. Little lack of confidence in her face. Okay, what do you think, Scott? 3-love? You think
3-love first to 4. You've got to favor Edwards at this point.
Yeah.
And, Fuller looked great in the second game. It looked a little shaky there. Has the tools to throw Edwards off with the slice and stuff, but Edwards has stayed true to her game and controlled the middle of the court there, I thought, pretty well. Your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Edwards, she played 2 deuce points really well.
And we're going to go down to Andy Dunscombe, and he is going to have an interview with Amber Fuller's father.
Thanks, Scott. I'm here sideline with Chris Fuller, father of Amber Fuller. How do you think Amber's doing right now? Well, she's having a little tough time right now. It's been some really close points, and the games have been really close, but hopefully she can turn it around over the next couple of games here.
How has your experience been at the national campus over the last few days?
It's been great. I've enjoyed it, seeing some great matches between some really competitive kids, and Amber's really enjoyed the experience. It's been a really good experience for her.
How long has Amber been playing tennis?
She started at 9, so I guess that'd be
Back in the
15
action.
now, so
Thank
almost,
you,
almost
Andy.
7 years.
Always
Well,
interesting.
she's playing
to hear
very
from
well right
from
now, and we're going to go back to the guys in the
And
booth. Thank you so much, Chris.
And we're 3-love. Sophie Edwards, and thank you, Andy, for that feedback. From always interesting to hear from parents. And Fuller not in the position she wants to be right now, but you never know.
Yeah. It is coming down to critical points here, Scott.
Pretty quick there. The kick serve, though, I tell you, even though it doesn't jump as much indoors, it still can kind of get you out of your strike zone.
Scott, I was behind court 5 this morning watching her play her semifinal. It's kicking more than you think, and it's a little, we are watching it not on court, but it has some bite on it.
There we see Edwards looking to win
3 points away.
the USTA All-American Combine. And would be awarded a wild card into a USTA Pro Circuit event this summer. We do not know which one it would be. Edwards earlier this week was 3rd in the medicine ball competition of the fitness testing. So, every athlete has their strengths and weaknesses when it comes to some of the tests that were performed earlier this week.
Yeah, and I definitely see it in Sophie's backhand, quite strong. All right. Double match point here.
Double match point. And taking a little extra time, probably saying, let's do this now. Sometimes the easiest games to win and the easiest games to lose. So, do you step around and hit a forehand here, or do you take the backhand and go with it?
You got to go forehand. Get it all.
Oh.
Good kick. Okay,
Double
well,
bounce. Nice point there.
Amber is quite talented, likes to come in.
As
She's
you
not
can
out of it.
So you can see there, number 16 is her combine number, and I know a parent said to me this week, can we find a way to get the last names on the participants' backs for next year, so that it's even easier to identify who's playing for the coaches, for the college coaches, the 45 that were in attendance this week. Match point. Oh.
Okay.
All right. Is this deuce or ad?
This is a deuce point right now.
But is it going to be deuce court or ad
deuce
court?
Let's see. Good question. I called it wrong the last time, but I think she's going deuce. We're not really sure what Amber's saying. Yeah, she's going deuce. Okay. Match is being chaired, Scott.
Chaired, and look at our crowd. Love it. Love a full house.
All right, we got a match here still. We have a
Come
match here, my
back.
friend.
Fuller comes
Yeah.
back from down 15-40. 3 match points to now make the score 3-1, and Edwards will have a chance to serve it out.
Obviously, some little doubt could be for Sophie, but I think she's quite the competitor. She's been there before, been playing national tournaments since she's 10, 11 years old. She knows the pressure. She understands it.
Outside. Love 15.
Little surge from Fuller.
Coming back ever since that interview. Good point there. Fuller changing directions, but maybe pulling the trigger a little quick there.
It's never quick when you make it, though, right?
Well, and you want to play dynamic points. You don't. It's just not cross court all the time.
Yes. Sophie has great composure on the court.
Wow, nice volley.
Okay, Sophie 2 points away.
Great volley there, though. You know, kind
Real
of just
nice.
moved out of the way and.
As we said before, this match was the same match yesterday outdoors, now indoors, different factors involved.
Three 3-1. 30-15 Edwards, first to 4.
Okay. Well, Amber is not going away.
Mm-mm.
Not going away.
And you can tell Sophie sees the finish line and is just trying to get herself over the hump. Outside.
Okay.
And if it were to get tied, we'd play a tiebreaker at 3-all. So we have no ad scoring. We're playing to 4, and there'd be a tiebreaker at 3-all.
Okay.
No, another
Match
no ad point. How many is this?
This is the third one of the match.
Wow. And we've played 4 games. 5th game. All right.
Okay, so Scott, does Sophie spin the serve in or go for the bank here?
Let's see what side Fuller chooses. It looks ad.
Yeah.
I think she goes up the tee with a strong serve.
Okay.
Well, not every prediction can be right.
Interesting match here.
You know, it's interesting. You talked about, as we go into the changeover, it's 3-2 Edwards with Fuller serving now back on serve. These kids start competing at 10, 9, 10. What a change in events. And let's go back to Andy Dunscombe and
Thanks,
for a
guys.
sideline interview.
Sideline again with Chris Fuller. Chris, Amber has come storming back. How's she playing out there?
Looks like she's starting to get things together a little bit. She was able to have a hold and then a break, so we'll see if she's able to go ahead and hold again right here.
She's got some great momentum. She's hitting the ball really hard, attacking the net. I like what I've seen out here. What do you think?
Oh man, it's just great. I mean, she and Sophia are both like really going at it. We're seeing some great tennis. I'm loving it.
It's been a great match so far. Looking forward to the ending here. And back to Scott in the booth.
So we're back. Thank you, Andy, for that feedback. And Andy Gladstone, how do you see this playing out? Are we going to a tiebreaker, or is Edwards going to be able to break to win this match?
All I could say is we got a good match going on. I mean, the momentum is with Fuller right now.
2-3, Fuller serving. She's near court. Scott Tribally alongside Andy Gladstone. Andy Dunscombe, sideline reporter today with the USTA All-American Combine presented by Adidas. This is the girls' final, and man, it's heating up. 15 love Edwards is trying to break.
As we said, Sophie was up 3-1, but it was far from over. It was two of the 4 games went to deuce, so it's we knew it was closer than the score. Fuller does set up the court nicely with the spin serve, right to her strength, into her forehand. Good.
She plays the ball up,
yeah.
too. The ball jumps. I mean, and again, I don't know if we can see it as much on the indoor, but I feel like Edwards is, playing shoulder high on most of these ground strokes.
Mm-hmm. Serve +1 from Amber Fuller.
Ooh, Andy, should she have done that? Hindsight's 20/20.
Drop shots are great when you make them.
I would say, given the situation, probably roll that ball, and even if you have to stay back, right?
Yeah, I almost think that Amber should at least draw her in. Just a kind of a slow one, low. There it is.
There we go.
Oh, good reach from Sophie.
Wow, way to be scrappy.
Sophie, that was great. She's about 5'11". She's right around there, so the height and reach did help her there.
Good fight there. Good fight. And Amber, that was a good drop shot.
Very good.
All right, so some more match points.
She has some good variety. There you have it.
Game, set, and All-American champion Sophie Edwards. 4-2.
Well done from Sophie. Not an easy match, and the scoring format is challenging, but a learning experience. Always good. As the great Andy Brandy said, every scoring format is effective.
Teaches you something.
Correct. And that was always impactful to me.
I totally agree. You can learn something from every scoring format. And the USTA Combine has certainly tested these players with different formats, obviously indoor, outdoor with the rain today. So we're going to have a presentation. They're going to bring the trophy out, the USTA All-American Combine presented by Adidas, be awarded to Sophie Edwards, and she will play in a USTA Pro Circuit event this summer. That to be determined. I know last summer the winner played, I think, in August. I think it depends on availability and also the players' schedule. We all know that these players will have to play the Nationals this summer, correct? You have the clay courts and the hard courts, which are in Charleston and San Diego. But they will be able to fit this wild card in. As you see, Sophie is now talking with her mom, who's been here in support all week. And gosh, when you play 3 full singles matches plus the 4 sets today, plus the physical testing, a lot in 4 days.
Yeah, and it's not just the physical, the mental and the preparation, as you know, the meticulous sleeping patterns and eating and prep and warm-ups, etc. It could wear on a player, and it's not that easy to always come up strong in the finals. And I am quite happy for Sophie. She lost last week in a very, very tough match to the great Alexis Blokina, the 13-year-old upstart from Plantation, Florida, and she reversed it. So she came back here and won the tournament. So good for Sophie. Shows a lot of resilience on her part.
And they're gathering everything for the presentation. As we can see, some Brian Ormiston, Christina Ward, who've been amazing this week and hosting the second annual Combine, and 128 participants, 64 boys, 64 girls. As you see Sophie walking over to accept the award and I believe be interviewed. Hopefully we can get a camera shot over there. But
congratulate Sophia Edwards as the winner of the second annual All-American College Combine presented by Adidas.
Go to Brian.
Well done. So the obvious question is, how do you feel?
Tired. That was a great match, and she fought till the last point, so it was a really great match.
Yeah, you played her in match play. She beat you in match play, and she's the fastest player in the entire field, including boys. So obviously we saw that here today. I mean, she's a very tough competitor. Just overall, playing in the group stage, how were you feeling during that stage?
Well, I won the first set, and she came back, and I knew during this match I would have to fight and really play my best tennis to beat her.
So how do you feel about the whole week and then competing in the College Combine this year? You were a participant last year and you're back this year, so how did it feel to be back?
I was really excited to be back because it's such a great event and so well run, and hopefully I'll be back next year.
Well, we wish you the best the rest of the summer, and hope you're doing your college aspirations. We certainly wish you the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Well, happy Sophie Edwards giving some comments to Brian Ormiston there. Thrilled to be the Combine champion and accept the award and also the wild card, Andy.
I'm sure she is. A week well done by Sophie. We're very solid competitor, as in Amber Fuller. 2 class act ladies here.
Yes, definitely. I mean, Amber worked her way through the week, and gosh, the heat outside in the afternoons was grueling, but the players did a good job of hydrating, and hey, it's summertime.
Yeah. Florida heat has made many good players.
So up next, we will have the boys' final. It's going to be played on this court, and we haven't gotten as we see the photo there with the trophy, Christina Ward on the right, Brian Ormiston on the left, and Sophie Edwards, our champion, there in the center. Sophie goes to Pineview, an honors high school in Sarasota, Florida, and she'll be entering the 11th grade, and gosh, the future's bright. I would think the Division I colleges are going to come calling for both of these girls, Andy.
Totally agree. Both not just solid players, but solid competitors. There is, and as everyone, I don't know if everyone's familiar, but there is the USTA Pro Circuit wild card for this, and we're going to hand it off to Andy Dunscombe.
Hi everyone, Andy's back here with Sophia, our winner. Sophia, that was an incredible match. How do you feel?
Thank you. I'm really tired after such a competitive match, but I'm really happy.
Awesome. Well, you have won a wild card in a Pro Circuit match. How do you feel about that?
I'm so excited. It's so tough to get into those tournaments, so I'm really excited to go and compete in the main draw.
Let me know about your whole week experience here at the national campus. This is your second time back. You were here last year. How do you feel this year as compared to last year?
Well, I'm so excited I got the chance to win the tournament this year, but it's really great to see my progress and, how compared to last year, how I did this year, and so I'm really excited to see improvement.
That's awesome. And I have one more question. You're a rising junior. A couple of years going to be going off to college. You might not have made that decision yet. I'm not going to press you, but what sort of school are you looking to go to?
I'm looking for top academic and athletic schools, and there's so many choices, so I'm really excited to be able to pick.
I'm sure your mom will love to hear that answer. Thank you so much, Sophia. Again, congratulations on your win, and back to Scott in the booth. And Andy, sorry.
And we're back, and Andy Dunscombe, thank you so much for that interview, and a thrilled Sophie Edwards, and we saw some great tennis. We're going to come back here. We don't know exactly the start time of the boys' final, but we know it's coming up. Closing thoughts from you, Andy, on this girls' final.
It was a great final. Very exciting to watch. Even though Amber Fuller was down 3-1, she stayed in there. Really solid. Number of match points she saved and played to win the whole match. Did not push. Came out strong and played strong the whole way through. And a gracious competitor, winning and losing.
So our final, we do have the boys' final here walking onto the court. I'm going to just take a cue from our producer here to see if we're going to stay on or we're going to take a break. But we have McDaniel right here from California, and who we have.
That's Jameson Cursillo
from Boca Raton. Yes. So This is our final. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with you to call the USTA All-American Boys Finals.
Ready for it? 305, 804, 03.
And we're back at the USTA National Campus. I'm Scott Tribally alongside Andy Gladstone. We have Andy Dunscombe down sideline for our final of the boys USTA All-American Championship Combine presented by Adidas. We have Jameis Cursillo in the near court here wearing the colorful shoes and the red and orange Yonex shirt. And in the far court from California, we have Marcus McDaniel. McDaniel from Fairfield, California. That's Northern California. He does some training here at the USTA National Campus, player development. Cursillo is from down in the Boca Raton area. And Andy, what are your thoughts on this boys' final after we saw a thrilling finish for the girls?
Yeah, well, I'm quite familiar with Jamie Cursillo, a Florida player. Always been high in the rankings in Florida and nationally. Quite a good player. Watching this morning, he has some wheels. He could go. He competes hard, loves to go out there. Again, the X factor is the indoor court. I don't know. My prediction here is that Jamie might have limited experience indoors. He's played a bunch. He played at least this morning. I am not following. He has some New York background. He might have been practicing up there a little bit, maybe on some visits. I would assume that Marcus has a little bit more indoor court experience with being out of the NorCal section.
Yeah. And McDaniel, we're not looking at the UTRs here, but McDaniel, I think, has a little bit of an edge in the ratings. McDaniel has been playing, Easter Bowl, he was second round this year, but he's been playing up. So he's in the 16s, but he's been playing in the 18s division. Did say that for Kalamazoo he'd play the 16s. McDaniel here serving to begin the USTA All-American Combine final. First point, Cursillo. And Andy, just a little off topic, or on topic, but what kind of racket is McDaniel using? I mean, that seems to be a different brand.
Okay.
If you get next time you get a look.
Good quiz there. Got to test my racket knowledge. I'll take a look. So Jamie's using the Yonex, correct?
Jamie's using the Yonex. I'm curious if McDaniel looks to be different when they have the camera shot.
Daniel playing quite close to the baseline on the first point there.
Good indoor tennis, right?
Correct. So, who's the favorite here, Scott?
Well, I think McDaniel's the favorite, but in a 4-game set, if you can get off to a good start, anything can really happen.
As was evidenced in our first match.
Yeah.
Strong serve from Marcus. Marcus seems to be controlling the point. He did miss that, but he's trying to stay close up there and being the aggressor in the points.
30-all first game. Gosh, and to 4, you really feel like the first game's really so important.
Agreed.
Regardless of who's serving. All right, this racket.
Ooh, that's a good one. Unless he just has a different stencil, maybe.
40-30.
Can you tell? Yeah.
I don't know. So game 1, McDaniel.
So do you feel the fitness factor is apparent here?
Yeah, I mean, both have played equal matches. It's really for Cursillo, I think it's just about trying to say he played a pretty good first game and he's on serve. So I don't really see fitness as a factor with us being indoors, and the court points are a little faster, and it's not hot. I mean, you're in air conditioning. Let's have a quick chat with Marcus McDaniel's father.
Hi everyone, Andy here on Sideline, here with Marcus McDaniel's father, James. James, how you doing?
Good, good.
How do you think Marcus is playing out there?
He's been playing wonderful. So,
He's hitting the ball hard, hitting his spots. How's it been at the national campus?
pardon?
How's it been at the national campus this week?
It's been great. I mean, it's a great format. I have 2 children here, so they both love it.
Awesome. James, thank you so much. Let's go back to the match. Scott and Andy in the booth.
We're back, and thank you, Andy Dunscombe. We are in the second point. Daniel in the near court. Wow.
Again,
big
Marcus
ball.
stepping up, getting close to that baseline. Did you notice the first point with Jamie kind of hesitated on coming in? I thought that might have been a shot that he could have came in, approached the net, and moved back, and maybe it's evidence of his not so much indoor experience. Great shot.
Wow. I mean, he's really striking it. McDaniel looks great. Cursillo playing solid ball, a little short there. Cursillo serving far court. Love 40. Second game. Please remember, we're going to four games. No ad scoring.
Solid point from Jamie.
Yep. Loose, a little bit of a loose forehand there for McDaniel, but yeah, just trying to stay in this game. We saw it in the girls final with Fuller. Got a little behind, but found her way back.
Great serve from Jamie.
Jamie, number 45, All-American Combine.
Okay.
All right, so
Well,
we've seen a lot of no ad scoring here.
yeah. Again, so what's your prediction? Is he go for the big bomb here?
I think he's going to go down the tee.
And if you notice, right there, Jamie stayed. He moved up.
I was wrong again. Okay, but he's smart play because he took the pace off and he also went backhand because McDaniel's big shots so far have been forehand, right?
Agreed. Yeah. A very solid play from Jamie Cursillo. If he was down 2-love in a 4-game set, he could be in the hole. But right now, he's right in the match here. I think not only that, a lot of confidence in that last game.
Easiest game to win, easiest game to lose if you're down 40-love. Up 40-love, down 40-love. All right, McDaniel serving here.
Okay.
Little tide change right now. Jamie thinking differently. Not sure if he trusted that one. It's amazing
That was well struck.
Yeah. Ebbs and flows in this game.
Yeah. We can see Yonex is his brand. Yonex shoes, Yonex socks, Yonex shorts, Yonex shirt, Yonex racket. Daniel has a nice motion.
Yeah, well, if you notice, Jamie did try to be the aggressor. I don't know if he I think he was more wanting forehand on that shot, but that's what happens.
A little frustrated. Ooh. So the forehand going off a little bit there for McDaniel. Down 15-40. Serving near court.
Jamie quickly creeped his way in this match.
Yeah, he's fighting hard. You can just see on it, the focus in his eyes.
Big point for Marcus here. Okay.
That was a big miss.
Big miss. Yeah.
I mean, do you go for that forehand? And again, it's easy for us to sit in the booth, but seemed like a low percentage.
Agreed. I thought could have used more of the open court there.
Yeah.
Aim for the big targets on that one.
Cursillo 2-1. All-American Finals. Scott Tribally alongside Andy Gladstone. We've got Andy Dunscombe down on the sideline for us, and it's been a heck of a week. Physical testing started on Monday with recruiting education classes. We had over 45 coaches, and we have another parent with Andy Dunscombe. We're going to go down sideline.
Thanks, Scott. Sideline with Jamie's mom, Meredith. Meredith, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Very good. How's your time at the national campus been for the College Combine?
Awesome. It's been really fun. The weather kind of stinks today, but other than that, it's been really good.
That's the Florida weather for you. How's Jamie playing out there today?
Actually pretty well right now.
He's
happy.
doing good. He was down one, he's come storming back, so I'm excited to see.
Proud of him today.
As a parent, you get a little nervous?
Totally. Every day. All the time. He's nervous, I'm nervous. He sits in the sun, I sit in the sun. We do the whole thing together.
It's understandable. Thank you so much, and we'll go back to Scott and Andy the booth.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And we're back. Thank you, Andy, for that insight with Jamie's mom. I mean, I think it's easier to play the match than it is to be a parent and watch.
I know that firsthand, Mr. Tribally. Firsthand. Not easy. Takes some years off your life. Nice
Little bad luck
athleticism.
there.
Yeah, a little unlucky. Good point. Nice athleticism from both players.
Yeah. Had up a point, so we go to 15 all. McDaniel looks pretty poised, even though he's down a break, and went into this as the favorite. You think we'll figure out what his racket is by the end of the 4-game set?
We need some tweeters.
Great backhands from Cursillo, huh?
Totally showing more confidence in that than that first game. A little stepping up his game, raising his level.
And Cursillo's coach is Rick Macy still, or was his coach?
That was a while ago. I haven't heard his name. I don't know everything about junior tennis, but in the beginning, that's sort of what I was aware of.
I thought you did know everything about junior tennis.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I mean, you just hosted the Bobby Curtis, so I know all the age groups were here on campus, and wow, what a great tournament that was.
A great tournament with tons of tradition. Crushed that. Crushed it.
That's pro. That's ATP. Yeah?
Nice. That was quite good. Say good composure from both players.
30 all. Cursillo serving. 2-1 with a break.
Really
Cursillo.
unfortunate on that one.
So we talked about format. Does a shortened format favors an underdog?
Agreed. Without it, good. Well said, Scott. All right, here it is.
No ad.
The money point right now.
This is huge.
How exciting, though.
Love it. Get to pressure.
Pressure is a privilege, as the great Billie Jean King said.
Missed it. Missed it. And
Interesting.
he's frustrated about that because he knows he had an opportunity there as we go to 2-all. Back on serve. Back on serve. The likelihood of a tiebreaker now at 3-all, Andy.
Yeah, I would like to see that. I don't think the players would like to see it. I don't think the parents would either, but it is exciting. And the fans, I'm sure, there at the Adidas Performance Center would love to see it as well.
Hot ticket. It's a hot ticket. Nice finish there from McDaniel.
How great it is to see umpires in the chair for a junior match, not always commonplace. Kalamazoo and San Diego.
Do you chair the final of the Bobby Curtis?
We do.
Frustration from Cursillo. Jamie Cursillo from Boca Raton area as we see the chair umpire. I will say the umpires have logged the hours this week. Tuesday finished around 8:30. Yesterday finished around 5:30. So I want to thank them for their hard work throughout this event.
Nice return.
Now, how would you critique his forehand technique, Cursillo, there? I mean, obviously missed his forehand, but really used it. Almost has kind of the elbow going up a little bit.
My quick analysis, might have some trouble on high balls. That's
right.
Yeah, it's quite powerful.
His center gets low, but what we do know is that there's more than one way to hit a good forehand.
Without a doubt. You got the Del Potros, the Federers, the Nadals.
But today we've got Jameis Cursillo and Marcus McDaniel. McDaniel swings back for a 3-2 lead.
Any opinion on the East Coast style versus the West Coast style? The NorCal player versus the Florida player.
Can
I know,
you tell
Scott.
the difference? And let's go back to Andy, courtside with Marcus's father.
Courtside, back with James. James, you mentioned earlier that you had 2 children playing. You had Marcus, and then you have another child playing on campus.
Yeah, Katie, his sister.
And how old is she?
She's 16 as well.
And is she just playing to train, or is she in a tournament?
Well, she's playing to get in front of the college coaches, and she plays a little bit lower than Marcus, but definitely able to play at the college level. And there's a lot of college coaches here at this event. And
Oh, that's awesome. You know, CC Bellis also trains here.
oh yes,
Very cool.
A
So-
lot of the pros.
So you have 2 children playing tennis, getting ready for the college combine. This must have been a great event as a father for you.
Oh, awesome. Anytime I can have my children together and as a family, it's a wonderful atmosphere.
And we are happy to host your whole family, James. Thank you so much. And back to Scott and Andy in the booth.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you, Andy, down courtside. It's always interesting to hear the parents' perspective as they're living it. But we're here on serve. Jameis Cursillo, far court, serving. Love, down 2-3.
Oh, big winner. And I always felt, Scott, on those, it's not the shot, but it's the confidence too. It's going to take him into this game. Let's see what he got left in the tank, though. Here.
Yep. Are we going to see a tiebreaker? I think the percentages are pretty high at this point.
Not the kind of shot you want to make it down 3-2.
All. Second serve. Cursillo serving.
Okay. Does Marcus take all of it? Go for the bank here. Does. Oh. He did. He went for it.
He did. Obviously mishit it, but just didn't seem balanced and ready for it, though.
Yeah. Right idea, poor execution there.
Okay, what a return there.
Really solid.
Daniel wanting to finish things off here. Cursillo trying to force a tiebreaker. All-American Combine final.
Okay, what do you think? Is he going for the house?
No, he's going to play solid return.
Yeah. Okay.
That's smart tennis for McDaniel.
Yeah, agreed.
Did a good job on the return of just playing it deep and high percentage, and then did a little something with the forehand, but still stayed pretty high percentage.
Yeah.
Cursillo here.
Match point.
Here we go. All-American
Championship
Combine.
point.
All-American Combine.
Yeah, championship point.
Wild card point.
There you have it.
Man.
There you have it. Great, solid match from both players.
Marcus McDaniel, the USTA All-American Combine, presented by Adidas, boys champion. He defeats Jameis Cursillo 4-2 after a long week of tennis. Marcus McDaniel will be awarded not only a trophy, but a wild card into a pro circuit event, Andy. As we see him walking back to get his towel, and we'll have a trophy ceremony coming up. We'll go down courtside. First Brian Ormiston and Christina Ward, and then I do believe that we'll have Andy Dunscombe to interview the players as well. So more to come from the All-American Combine. Your feedback on this match, Andy?
Very impressed from both players. Short format, I think it maybe favored Marcus McDaniel, but Jamie Cursillo fought hard, was right in the match the whole way. I never counted him out. I felt him surging in the middle of the match. I thought a couple of points here and there, he could have come right back and won the match. So proud performance from Jamie. But Marcus just outplayed him a little bit.
And here we are. We're going to line up, and we're going to go down courtside here for the presentation. Christina Ward will hand Marcus McDaniel the trophy, and Brian Ormiston will have the mic. And we're going to toss it down to Brian Ormiston and Christina Ward for the...
We're here with Marcus McDaniel, the 2018 winner of the All-American College Combine presented by Adidas. Marcus, congratulations. So, Marcus, coming on from California, I know you got a flight to catch, but how do you think of this whole tournament so far?
I feel like I had a pretty good week, played some pretty good tennis, and I feel really good about it.
And this combine, you obviously get the wild card, and I'll let Andy talk about that in a little bit, but just playing here at the national campus, coming over from California, and being here and being a part of something special, just kind of comment on playing this field and playing Jamison here.
I mean, it's a great experience, especially for me. I don't get to come over here that often. You know, it's pretty far, but it's a really nice place. I feel really lucky to be able to play here. And he had a really good week, and I was just glad it turned out the way it did.
I know Andy Dunscombe from USTA is going to have a couple more questions, but on behalf of us, congratulations. Well done.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
And obviously, very happy McDaniel to be able to come back. He had a couple scary moments there where we thought Jamie might have it, but Marcus came through. What do you think the difference was?
Like I said before, I think he's a little bit more used to indoor play. That was my opinion. I played a little closer to the baseline. Shots were a little bit bigger.
And let's hear from the winner one more time, Andy Dunscombe, courtside.
Marcus, congratulations again. That was a tough match. How'd you feel out there?
I felt like it was definitely a hard-fought match. It definitely wasn't easy. He's a very good player. He had a really good week, and we were both fighting as hard as we could, and we had a lot of good points. It was a really good match. It was really fun.
It was very exciting to watch as well. So you got a wild card in a pro circuit event. How do you feel about that?
I feel really excited. That was the mission coming here, and I'm just glad I was able to achieve that goal.
So you're going back to California tonight?
Yeah, I got a flight soon, yeah.
So very proud. What are you going to tell everyone back home about your time at the national campus?
I'm just going to tell them this is a very good week, and they should all come visit this place.
That's a true statement. Thanks again, Marcus. And back to you, Scott and Andy in the booth.
Thank you, Andy. Gosh, a really happy McDaniel to get the wild card and also get the victory here at the All-American Combine.
I'm sure he is, and I thought about it too. It's a long trip home to take second place to the Northern California area. So happy for him and happy for Jamie. I hope he's proud of himself to get to the finals. I'm sure it's not the result he wanted, but he should be proud of himself. A good week. It's not easy here. A lot of great players. So it's a good week for both players.
Yeah, and we got forced indoors, so a lot of different elements here, but this will all count for their UTR rating. So they will get that to count. And obviously, we played this on the national campus. This is the second annual. As we see, they're taking a couple more pictures. We're going to have both the boys and the girls winner here with Sophie Edwards and Marcus McDaniel. This is probably going to be in the brochure next year, Andy, but bright future for both of them, and we know they'll be playing at the Power 5 schools in a couple years. They're both going to enter the 11th grade, but with the way recruiting goes these days, they could be this time next year wrapped up. They could know where they're going to college.
It's getting lower and lower. Yeah. Mixed reviews on that.
We've had this conversation, and I think that being able to identify who you're going to have for your team 3 years out or 2.5 years out, to me is, when you're dealing with teenagers, is on both sides, and you see coaching changes. So I don't know about this recruiting thing, going earlier and earlier. They have made a rule change where you're allowed to take official visits in the junior year now.
I did hear that.
Yeah. And it takes place starting, September 1 is when that's allowed.
Correct. So. And the word is out on that.
But that's been done because of football, not because of tennis. and so, Andy, it's been wonderful working with you here today. This is an unbelievable event. We're so privileged to be here on the USTA National Campus. Your closing thoughts on both the boys and the girls final?
All I'm going to say is 4 great kids first. Okay, future tennis, great players, college players, maybe professional players. Right,
All-Americans in college.
All-Americans, yeah, just solid people. Good week for them, good representation for the event. And listen, Scott, hats off to you. You took the humble road here, but I know you're the brains behind the whole event here. So great job. I was out here a number of days watching it, and it's a nice spirit of tennis and promotion of college sports, which is so great to see, and so great to have kids going to play tennis in college.
Thank you, Andy. And we see the Team USA bench there, USTA logo. We want to thank everybody for joining us today. We want to thank our producers. I want to thank Andy Gladstone, Andy Dunscombe. We're going to sign off here from the USTA National Center. We have seen the USTA All-American Combine presented by Adidas. Thanks for joining us.